Good morning, students. Welcome you all for the another session of problem solving. So last session we have solved a problem. So let us take one more problem. The problem is like this: a beam AB shown in figure has hinged support at A and roller support at B. Determine the reactions developed at the supports when the forces are shown in figure. So this is the given diagram. So this beam AB is hinged support at A. There will be hinged support at A and roller support at B, and it is subjected to load. This is a triangular load or UVL, that is uniformly varying load. Then a 40 kilonewton load, point load, and 60 kilonewton point load. This is inclined. So as usual, the first step is to draw the free body diagram. So let us draw the beam first. So AB will be the beam. Okay, so AB, you can separate this beam AB and keep it here. Then show the loads as it is. So point loads will be shown as it is. So this is a 40 kilonewton load. Okay, 40 kilonewton load as it is. Then this is the inclined load. So angle given is 60 degree. You can resolve this vertically and horizontally. When you resolve this vertically, so this is the vertical component. Okay, right, and vertical component is 60 sine 60. Okay, this 60 sine 60, 60 sine 60, and when you resolve this horizontally, this is the direction. Okay, this is the direction. So this will be 60 cos 60. Okay, so this is 40 kilonewton and this will be resolved into 60 sine 60 vertical and 60 cos 60 horizontal. Then similarly, you show the reactions. This is a hinged support. So hinged support means there will be two reactions. Okay, one is vertical and one is horizontal. So this I can write it as reaction at A. This is the reaction at A and it is vertical. So RAV, and this is reaction at A. It is horizontal, RAH. So RAV and RAH. So because of this hinged support, there will be two reactions. And this is the roller support. The roller support will going to give one reaction. Okay. So just if it is one reaction, you can write reaction at B. Okay. If there are two, you can write H and V. Okay. So these are the reactions. Now another load is there, triangular load. So this triangular load you can convert into point load. So when you start finding out the reaction, see that all the loads will be in terms of point loads. No UDL should be there, no triangular load should be there. If it is UDL and triangular loads are there, convert them into point load. So in previous problems, we know that how to convert UDL into point load. Now here triangular load is there. So how to convert this triangular load into point load? So now I am going to draw this triangle load. Now see how we're going to convert this into point load. Okay, so you can write this is A. Okay, here it is, you can write it as C, no problem. Okay, so here the maximum intensity of load is given 30 kilonewton per meter, and at this point load is 0. So here it is 0, here it is some load is there. Now it is increasing and the maximum will be 30 kilonewton per meter. And this distance, see, the triangular load will be acting for a span of 3 meter. Okay, so this is 3 meter. Now how to convert this triangular load into point load? This is important here. Okay, how to convert triangular load into point load? So what you're going to take, you're going to calculate area of triangle. Okay, area of triangle itself is the point load. So what is the area of triangle now? Half base into height. That is area of triangle. Half base into height. So half base is 3 meter. That is 3 meter. And height is whatever this maximum intensity is there. That is the height. That is 30. Okay. So 2, 15. So that is 15 3s are 45. So 45 kilonewton is the point load. So that is acting downwards. 45 kilonewton is the point load. Now the question arises where this 45 kilonewton point will be acting Okay, so from A how much it is at a distance, and from C how much it is. Now remember, this 45 kilonewton will be acting not at the center. Remember, for UDL it is center, but for triangular load, when you convert into point load, the point load will not going to act at the center. It is at a distance. Now remember, it is at a distance 2/3 of base. Okay, 2/3 of base and from 1/3 of base. Okay, now see, here it is 0. The at point A load is how much? 0. So from 0 intensity, from 0, right, the point load, that is 45 kilonewton, will be acting at a distance of 2/3 of base. Okay, from 0 intensity, this will be 2/3 of base means 3. That is 2/3 of 3. 2/3 of base 3, and from here it is 1/3 of 1/3 of again base, that is 3, means, so here it is 2 meter, here it is 1 meter. So from here this will be 2 meter, and from this end it is 1 meter. Remember, whenever you will get the triangular load, first take area of triangle. So area of triangle, whatever you will going to get, that is nothing but the point load. This point load will be acting from 0 intensity, it is 2/3 of base. Okay, from maximum intensity, that is from maximum intensity end, it is 1/3 of base. So 2/3 of base means 2 meter. Now I will going to mark here, this is a 0 intensity. Now this is 0 intensity, or this is 0 intensity. From here it is 2/3 of base. 2/3 of base is 3 meter, means this will be 2 meter. Okay, so total is 3 meter. So now this is 2 meter, means this will be 1 meter. That is 1/3 of base 1 meter. So this here you will going to mark point load, that is 45 kilonewton. This is half, base is 3 meter, height is 30, that is equal to 45 kilonewton. So this is your free body diagram. This is your free body diagram. Now once if you calculate the, or once if you draw the free body diagram, then you can calculate the reactions. Now this is 2 meter, this is 1 meter, again this is 1 meter as it is 1 meter, and this is 1 meter. Okay, so now let us calculate the reactions using equations of equilibrium. As you know, there are 3 equations available: summation fx0, summation fy0, and summation m equal to 0. Now let us use first equation. Okay, summation fx is equal to 0, that is summation of all the horizontal forces is equal to 0. How many horizontal forces before writing? See how many horizontal forces? 1, that is RAH, and this C, don't forget this. This is 60 cos 60. Now the direction, if it is like this, it is plus. If it is like this, it is minus. So now it is plus RAH. Okay, plus RAH, and see this is minus 60 cos 60. 60 cos 60. This is summation fx. This should be equal to 0. So therefore RAH is equal to, okay, it will go this side, it is plus 60 cos 60. Okay, RAH is equal to plus 60 cos 60. This is nothing but 30 kilonewton. That is plus 30 kilonewton. So the reaction RA will be plus 30 kilonewton. Okay, so you have got plus value, means this direction, whatever the direction we have assumed, this is correct. Okay, this is RAH. Okay, so we have used one equation, that is summation fx is equal to 0. Now let us use another equation. Okay, now I am going to use the moment equation, that is taking, okay, moment of all the forces, about A, use equation summation MA is equal to 0. That is moment of all the forces about A is equal to 0. Now take the moment of all the forces. Okay, how many forces we are taking moment about this point now? Okay, so start from this. When you are taking moment about A, start from this end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now see, this RAH, RAV, both are passing through A. The moment of these two forces will be 0. Similarly, this 60 cos 60 will going to pass through this point A. The moment of this force is also 0. Now these three gone. Okay, what is remaining? 1, 2, 3, 4. So let us start with this plus first RB. Now while taking moment, you have to see clockwise and anti-clockwise. If it is anti-clockwise moment, it is negative. If it is clockwise moment, it is positive. Now with reference to A, this will going to produce anti-clockwise. Okay, so that is minus. So minus RB into perpendicular distance between RB and point A. So what is this now? RB into this perpendicular distance. So this will be 3, 4, 5, 6. So minus RB into 6. Okay, so minus RB into 6. Okay, now next force is, this is 0 now. Now this is 60 sine 60. This is the force. Okay, and what is the perpendicular distance between this force and A? This. Okay, that is 2, 3, 4, 5. So here, okay, 3 plus 1 plus 1. So that is 5. So with reference to A, this force will going to produce clockwise. So plus 60 sine 60 into 5. Okay, plus 60 sine 60 into 5. Okay, now next, okay, this force 40 kilonewton. So 40, this is the force, okay, and perpendicular distance between this 40 and A is 40 into 4. And with reference to A, this is also producing clockwise. Okay, so this is plus, okay, 40 into 4 plus 40 into 4. Next, this 45 kilonewton, that is point, when you have converted this triangular into 0.4, that is 45 kilonewton. So 45 kilonewton force, and what is the perpendicular distance between this 45 and A? That is 2/3 of base, that is 2 meter. So with reference to A, this will going to produce clockwise. So plus 45 into 2 plus 45 into 2 meter. Just check once again. Okay, this is anti-clockwise, minus RB into, okay, this total distance 3 plus 1, 4, 5, 6. So minus RB into 6, this is 0. Then 60 sine 60 into 4, 5, sorry, 60 sine 60 into 5. Then plus 40 into 4, then 45 into 2. This is RAH, RAV, and 60 sine cos 60. Moment of these three forces will be 0 because all the three will be passing through point A. Now this is the summation MA. This should be equal to 0. Okay, so therefore we want RB. Okay, RB into 6. Okay, I'll take this side. So this will be plus. So 60 sine 60 into 5 plus 160 plus 90. This is equal to 0. So therefore you can calculate reaction RB is equal to 84.97 kilonewton. Okay, reaction RB will be 84.97 kilonewton. So again you have got the plus value, means this direction, whatever the direction we have assumed, this is correct. So plus, if you got the direction what we have assumed is correct. This is the reaction RB. So we have used two equations now. First summation Fx, then moment about A is equal to 0. Now the remaining equation is summation Fy is equal to 0. That is, add all the forces, vertical forces, it is vertical forces, add all the vertical forces, summation equal to 0. How many vertical forces? Right, only vertical forces it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including reactions. Okay, these two reactions are vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so these forces will going to add, and see, if the load is upward, it is positive. If the load is downward, it is negative. So it is upward plus RAV plus RAV. Okay, then plus 45, okay, sorry, minus 45, minus 40, and minus 60 sine 60. So minus 45, this is minus 45 downward, minus 40, and minus 60 sine 60, minus 60 sine 60, and this will be plus RB. Okay, plus RB, because as per the direct sign convention, this is plus RAV plus RB, then remaining these three will be minus. Okay, this is summation Fy. This should be equal to 0. Okay, so here we'll substitute the RB value, that is 84.97, already we have calculated. So therefore you can calculate reaction RAV is equal to 51.99 kilonewton. Okay, reaction RAV is equal to 51.99 kilonewton. Again you have got plus value. Plus means this direction, what RAV we have assumed this is correct. So this is the direction of RAV. Okay, so now we have already calculated RAH, it is 30 kilonewton. We have calculated RAV just now, this is 51.99, and reaction RB is equal to 84.97 kilonewton. So last you can tabulate. So reactions, okay, RAH is equal to 30 kilonewton, then reaction RAV is equal to 51.99 kilonewton. So these two will be at point A. Then reaction at B, RB is equal to 84.97 kilonewton. So these are the final reactions. Okay, what we have got. So remember, important in this problem is how to convert this UDL into point load. First draw the beam. You're going to draw the beam, and point loads will going to show as it is. This is point load as it is. This is inclined load, means you have to resolve this horizontal into vertical. Then show the reactions. Okay, so if it is a hinged support, see the difference between hinged and roller. There will be rollers here. Okay, if it is hinged support, 2 reactions. If it is a roller support, it is 1 reaction. Then convert this triangular load into point load, that is, take a area of triangle, whatever the area you're going to get, that itself is the point load, and this point load will be acting at a distance. There are 2 ends for this triangular load. Here it is 0, load is 0 here, and here it is maximum. So from 0 load, it is 2/3 of base. From here it is 2/3 of base, and from here it is 1/3 of base. Okay, so from 2/3 of base means it is 2 meter, and from here it is 1 meter. Then this is a free body diagram. Use equation summation Fx is equal to 0, summation M is equal to 0, and summation Fy is equal to 0. So even you can take moment about B also. Instead of A, even you can take B also. If you take B, start from this end. Okay, so moment means it is force into perpendicular. So like this, you're going to calculate the reactions. Okay, so I hope you understood this problem. So in further sessions, we're going to take some more interesting problems and try to find out the reactions. So hope you understood. If any doubts are there, feel free to ask me. You can call me and clarify your doubts. Okay, so practice this problem, and in next sessions we're going to take some more problems. Thank you very much for attending this session. Thank you.